All glory be to God, man. I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Marvel's Wolverine because it is becoming that time. It is right around the corner and we got to prepare ourselves. Now, we just got some new leaked footage of, gameplay from the game. So I just wanted to talk about a few things that, people are talking about in this gameplay and what they're noticing and what we've heard from actual reviewers like IGN and all that. So, if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're new, like the video up, share it to a friend if you like this video so we can both talk about it and, conversate about what we think about it. And let's get right into it. So if you're not already caught up to date, Marvel's Wolverine drops September 15th this year, and then they're also doing the console variants and the what's it called, the PlayStation plates. My bad, goodness gracious, get it together, my boy. And the console covers and stuff, they're going to be available September 15th as well, but pre-orders are coming out this month around like the 18th, I said in the last video. I'm not too sure, but gotta get back on when the plates and stuff. Goodness gracious, the pre-orders. All right, wow, let's get right into it. So we just got some leaked information, or people commenting on what they think the game is, and stuff like that about IGN and what they've been saying. So let's just dive right into it because I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's read it together. So this is comments of the hands-on previews that we got. It says, could be the best superhero story of the year. Mighty impressed with how Insomniac is handling Wolverine, from the savagery of the combat to McIntyre's layered, complicated portrayal of the Weapon X. Takes place on Earth 1048, the same universe as Insomniac Spider-Man games. The X-Men haven't been formed yet. Logan is mostly a loner. There's a Team X comprised of Wolverine, Sabretooth, Mystique, led by Nathaniel Essex, Mr. Sinister, I don't even know who that is, opens up with Wolverine and Sabretooth teaming up as Weapon X base is being assaulted. Now, if y'all don't already know, this is all based off of a comic, it's all out the comic. So hopefully they got it right down to the core and they didn't have to really change much, with certain stuff, it does matter if they are changing things. I know when it comes to like Jean Grey and stuff like that, a few things were changed. I think Weapon X was before Jean Grey, so kind of doesn't make sense why she's in the game, but let's continue. It says combat, light plus heavy attacks, parrying and dodging, which we already should have guessed from that, what we see and all that, and basically how the game is layered. But combat is very gory, which thank you very much, and intended to encourage brutality where violence feeds into the narrative. Ferocious animalistic moves that complement Logan's fighting style perfectly. Logan develops rage during combat, which begins as health recovery but becomes much more aggressive the longer violence continues. Some previewers feel combat needs a bit more variety and be more engaging, not as exciting as Spider-Man's. With that being said, I don't know how I feel about that because this game is very cookie cutter. It's if you was to compare this to 007. 007 was very linear, you were point and click here and there, you go to certain objectives and it has an endpoint. You can't make your own endpoint or find different, It says, others describe combat as very familiar but very satisfying. Stronger enemies take priority, multiple segments and rage meter, special attacks increase rage. At level 3, Wolverine can launch into Berserker Frenzy where the world disasterates and he slices through enemies like butter. I don't know if I said that word right. Disasterates. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said it right. Synergy between the various systems building into a big violent payoff, but a smile on my face. Quite a bit of freedom to tailor gameplay through build crafting, equipping abilities, and different mutation strands. Tornado Spin, for example, is useful for creating space within enemies, can be upgraded for combo chain enders, finishing staggers, retaliatory counters. My bad. Traversing levels is just as much fun as Wolverine pounces between buildings, climbs up trees, etc. I didn't expect movement in Wolverine to feel quite as Spider-Man, but delivered so beautifully through the game's animation artists. Linear environments, but also larger areas where you can plot your path to take down enemies. So what I'm getting from the what we're reading is that it's gonna feel very movie video game esque type, you know, like when they make movie video games, it's gonna feel just like that. But you know, they're talking about, you know, like all the moves that are being made, you know, how rage works, how people can compare it to Spider-Man, but it's very different in traversal aspects, and it's not open world, which it shouldn't be. Also, it talks about being linear, so you know that can be expected. You wouldn't want to be Wolverine and traverse around a freaking big city. It's not Spider-Man. Now, one thing that sticks out to me is the very first thing it says is could be the best superhero story of the year, which technically, whenever a new superhero game releases, usually it is the biggest superhero game of the year. Like, let's say Wolverine and Spider-Man drop at the same time. Wolverine's not gonna overpower Spider-Man. There's more fans in Spider-Man than there is in Wolverine or X-Men or anything like that. So it is an Insomniac game, so it could be pushed as big as, you know, Spider-Man, but you can't compare the two. They can't. Spider-Man will just win it. A couple other points that they stated that I want to get out the way is it says you can check in with teammates in a mutant-friendly bar in Madripoor, listen to old records from Logan's past, playing a drinking game with Mystique, and get into an arm wrestling match with Sabretooth. Now, me personally, I like doing all these side things. You know, I liked when Final Fantasy added, you know, a dart game, or playing pool in GTA 4, or, you know, stuff like that. It always felt nice to me. It was a good side option to be able to do, you know, something other than fighting people. You know, fighting people is nice, and, you know, the action's cool as well, but I like to get trophies and stuff like that off the side, and, you know, have a challenging task to do that, you know, other people may suck at. So it also says tons of comic book Easter eggs, costumes, and claw combinations that fans will love. Various suits, classic yellow, blue X-Men suit, brown and tan costume, gray X-Force suit, cybernetic weapon X helmet, Fang costume, red ultimate variant, Days of Our Future Past jacket. Yeah, I don't need to continue. The claws, bone claws, diamond reflective mirror, and other colors. Man, I am so excited for this game, and I cannot wait for this game to drop. I am about to have so much fun, and I really hope that this game meets expectations, because the way they're talking about this game, they're saying this is about to be the game of the year for action hero games, and this is what I need. I need a good action hero game, because after Spider-Man 2, I've been feeling a little down, you know? Spider-Man 2 was so good, and I enjoyed it, and I feel like once you do most of those things in the game, it's pretty much it. You know, I had Lego Batman, but Lego Batman is a Lego game, and it's not a 3D superhero game, so not really as great as, you know, what Wolverine or Spider-Man could be. So, you know, I'm excited to get another superhero game. Especially, I love Wolverine. I grew up watching Wolverine stuff, and, you know, I loved the X-Men. I loved watching Logan, you know, stuff like that. So this will be really good, and hopefully they can make a movie off this or something. That would be great too. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like the video up, subscribe if you're new, share this video out to a friend, and let's get this conversation rolling. See how we feel about this. You know, if you're excited, you know I'm excited. So let's get right into it, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.